Hi, I'm Tina and thanks for joining me in today's video. I have got a lot of supplies here in front of me because I'm going to be setting up my Christmas planner for this year. All right, so let me go through everything that I have here with you. First off, have the Happy Planner Christmas Extension Pack, and this is going to be the guts of my planner. But I am also going to create a cover for this particular planner, and I'm going to use some mini discs to put that together on. So either I'm going to go with these little mini clear with the gold sparkle in them, which are really, really pretty. I also have these gold ones to choose from, and these are metal. So these over here are plastic, and then these are metal. So I'm not quite sure which ones I want to do just yet, but I have both sets there and I will make that decision. And then I'm going to be creating a cover for my Christmas planner. So I bought this pad of paper here and has a lot of really pretty Christmas patterns. It's double-sided and I really liked what was in here. I've already picked the paper that I want to use for that, but I'm going to be using just a few stickers from either one of these books and possibly some of these red foil stickers to spell out Christmas. But before I go into making the cover, I want to do a flip through of this Christmas extension pack so you can see everything that is in here. All right, let's do that first. All right, so I want to go through this. I took it out of the packaging already. Now, I'm not sure what year this extension pack came out. It might be from last year. I'm not sure. I picked it up like maybe a month ago, and I just thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. It looks really nice, and this one happens to be 115 pieces. So if you are looking for it, then you have an idea of which one to look for, and obviously you can see it's got the holly on the front here. All right, so now I'm gonna just turn it over and you kind of get an idea of, there's quite a few, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs in here. And I'm just gonna go through each one individually. All right, so this first one here is titled Menu, and it's really pretty. It has the holly on here and Happy Christmas as opposed to Merry Christmas. And then you open it up here and it's got the same thing on the back. So I do really like that print. It's really pretty. And then we go right into the holiday menu planning, and it's got some spaces here with kind of like blocked out boxes for you to plan in. And there's, let's see, a couple of pages of that. And then there's a holiday recipe sheet here. So it's got ingredients, prep, and then all of your information on the side. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 of those. So depending on how big your festivities are, how many recipes you need, you've got quite a few sheets there to do that on, so I like that. Now this one is party. Oh, what fun. So any holiday parties, Christmas parties, and on the back here we've got just a lot of writing, letters to Santa, holiday crafting, just all kinds of things that you would do during the Christmas season. And we've got a party planner sheet here with the date, time, location, decorations, activities, guests, and then menu, and then any additional notes, and then your total guests. Now let's see, is that everything that's in here? Let's see. And then on the back, there's some lined paper here for you to jot any notes down, and that's everything that's in here. So there's, let's see, it looks like 6 sheets of that in there. And then now we're on to cookie exchange, Christmas cookie exchange. That's really cute, by the way, and I like the plaid there, the black and whites. And then this looks really helpful here, ingredient substitutions. So we've got that there for sugar, white flour, eggs, oil or butter, and then we've got helpful tips for fun cookie exchange. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, we've got some tips there for you. Now we are into the recipes, cookie recipe 4, and there's 2 to a side here. So I'm assuming that's everything that's in here. Oh, there's a couple sheets, and then I need to get what? So baking ingredients and then party supplies. Okay, so that's cute. I just really like this. It's really cute. Oh, and then who's coming? So now this is obviously set up for if you were going to maybe have a cookie kind of party where you're going to invite a bunch of people over and you're going to make cookies and then you'll do your exchange. I think that that's probably how the cookie exchange is done. I personally have never done one before. I always just bake all of the cookies for my family, and they really do look forward to it. So I don't know how I'm going to really use that yet, but I do like that, and it's going to be useful for those of you that do like to do that. Now, of course, this year is a little bit different because we can't really be going to other people's homes, you know, having large gatherings, that type of thing. But, you know, something small that would be really useful to use to organize that. Okay, this is cute. I am a sucker for Santa, and I love this Santa. He's so cute, and we've got like the little plaid down the side here, so I really like that. And this is cards and gifts. Oh, and then we've got the same thing on the other side. So we've got a Christmas card list here. And let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 pages of that. And I don't know about you, but I don't know when the last time I sent out Christmas cards. I usually send out maybe just a few these days, but Christmas cards are not something I really send out so much anymore. So now we have a gift list sheet here. So we've got it heading for, what, and then where, and then checked off whether it was purchased and whether you wrapped it or not. Okay, so I like this list. And let's see, 1, 2, 3 pages of that. So depending on how many gifts you need to get, hopefully that is plenty of pages for you. And then now we're on to stocking stuffer ideas. And then we've got this boxed out for, and then you just write down the little items on there, and then you can check it off. Now, if you have a lot of gifts to buy for, you could definitely use this sheet to kind of extend on that. And let's see, there's 1, 2, and then 3 pages, and they're the same on each side. I don't do stocking stuffers, so like our family just doesn't do that. But if you don't, like myself, you can always just kind of relabel that and use it for something else. All right, now we are into the memories tab. So making merry memories. And I like that they incorporated the navy in there. That's nice. And then we've got the same thing on the other side. And then we've got some lined paper here for favorite memories. I like this tab. Oh, and then we've got some boxes here set up so you can put some pictures in here. Let's see if this is all the same. It looks like it is. Oh, no, it's not. There's 3 pages of that. Now we're on to labeled holiday traditions. And we've got double-sided, it's lined. It's got this really cute little like house and this little just kind of like a little townscape there. I like that. And there's 3 pages of that. Ooh, candy canes. I love the candy canes. Okay, so now we're on to notes. And again, this has got like a trim down the center here, and I like that. So we're gonna flip this, and it's the same on this side. And now we've got some note pages. So I'm assuming that this is, yeah, these are all the note pages, and there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like there's 6 pages in each tab, depending on how they split them up. And then at the very back of this extension pack, there are stickers, and there are 2 pages of stickers. And I like these. Now, these are plastic stickers. So we've got Happy Christmas, which is the same repeat that is on the very first tab, as opposed to a Merry Christmas. Oh, what fun, joy, let your heart be light. There's that Santa. He's so cute. Oh, I really like this one. He's so cute with that big full beard. All right, so this is really cute. Again, these are clear plastic stickers. And now we have some paper stickers. And this really looks just kind of like a bucket list for Christmas. So we've got read a favorite Christmas story, holiday movie night, visit Santa, go ice skating, donate, volunteer, Christmas caroling. There's quite a few things. So you could use these stickers on your like memory pages and create a really nice like bucket list and just really nice pages for memories. So I like these. These are really nice. This is a really nice pack. I'm really happy that I picked this up. And now I need to create a cover because I want to put all of this and just have it set aside, designated specifically for Christmas. I'm not going to put this into my planner. All right, now let's talk about the custom planner cover that I want to make for this Christmas planner. I have made planner covers previously. They're pretty easy. The one thing that I do have a problem with is punching the holes that you need for the disc bound planner, which I'll talk a little bit more about that once I get to that part of the process. First thing is you're going to want some paper. So I was actually at the craft store today and I found this really cute Christmas paper pack, and it was at Joann's I picked this up at, and I got a great deal on it. It was like 60% off. So I love this paper. I just am gonna kind of do a quick little flip through of it so you can kind of see exactly what's in here. But the thing I love the most about it is that it is double-sided. So I love that because it's going to make making a cover that much easier because there's already like something on the other side. You don't have to like cut out extra paper and bulk it up even further, which makes it harder just to punch. But you kind of get an idea here. I actually already pulled out the sheets that I'm going to use. And I decided to get the Santa because, like I said, I love Santa, so super cute. And they give you 2 sheets per pack, so that works out perfectly. So we'll have a cover and then a back cover. And then on the back of this, I love this print because it is these really pretty red with these white snowflakes. And I just like the simplicity of it. There was another couple of sheets that I really liked in the pack, but I did not like what was on the back side. I felt like it was a little too busy for me. So I thought that this would look really nice because this is going to be on the inside. So that will look really nice when I open it up. So that is my plan for my cover. Now I need to cut these papers down in order to go ahead and make the cover. Now, what I have here is an old cover that I'm going to use as a template to measure out the size that I want the cover to be, because that is actually a little bit bigger than, like, let's say a tab. It's kind of like, here's a tab. So if you were to take the tab and just measure the tab, then you're not going to get the right measurements because you could see how it overlaps for the cover. You want the cover to be a little bit bigger. So you want like that inside, the printed part to be measured to that inside of that, because the additional part overlapping, that is going to be your laminates that needs to overlap in order for it to seal properly. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the paper out to match that sizing. All right, so I want to be sure that when I cut the paper that I'm getting the exact like image that I want. And then of course for the back side, you want to kind of take that into account as well and flip it around so that way you are cutting the right thing. So there's no really particular pattern that I necessarily want to keep here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut from the edges and just trim it that way. It's just going to be a lot quicker and easier for me to do that. And sometimes I will just kind of like eyeball things. That is been kind of like one of those things that I do. I do have a ruler here in case I decide I want to be a little bit more accurate and measure things out. But generally, I don't know. That's just kind of me. I just kind of eyeball stuff. And that's what I do. So I just have a pencil here and I'm going to go ahead and kind of mark that. That sort of gives me a great idea of where I need to cut that. So I'm going to do both of the sheets at the same time because they're not that thick, and my paper slicer should be able to handle that. So here is my Fiskars paper slicer, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put both of them in here and kind of do it all at the same time. Now, I definitely want to kind of like add like a little line like that, so then that way I know exactly where to cut it this way after I'm done cutting it the way I'm cutting right now, because the mark will end up going away, but I think I should be really good with that. So I'm gonna just kind of give it one more little look-see here. Looks like I might have to move it over a little bit, but that's okay. I'll just compensate for it. Kind of like right there is what I'm thinking. All right, so now brought it out just to kind of check it. It looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna double check what I have here, and I'm in good shape here. All right, so I wanna just make sure, of course, that everything is lined up and even, because I do have the 2 pages, and I wanna make sure that I cut them properly. Okay, so there we are. Those are the pages I'm gonna be using for the cover. So I went ahead and made sure that I had them the right way, because of course, we want Santa on the outside, or at least that's how I want my cover to be. And of course, you can choose whatever you would want to do. All right, now the next thing that I want to do is I kind of want to add a little bit of detailing to my actual cover, as opposed to just leaving it just with the Santas. So I'm going to kind of create a little bit of extra stuff on the cover page. So I am going to be using an Avery full sheet of sticker paper. So this is the Avery full sheet. I love this paper. I've used it very often in different aspects of like covering things up when I'm planning out the week, that type of thing. But I just really love it. It's awesome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some stickers. Now, I haven't quite decided what I wanted to do. I found these letter stickers, which are so pretty because I love that red foil, and I think that I could just spell out Christmas with those stickers. And then I also have some stickers from the Christmas Joy sticker book that I marked here. And this one says, "'Tis the Season." And then I really like this right here. This like kind of little washi strip sticker of the candy cane looking with the red foil. I just love that red foil. So I'm not sure what I wanted to do. I'm really kind of stuck, and because I'm thinking that I want to spell out Christmas across the top here and then kind of have it like underlined. Or I just want to put "'Tis the Season" and have it bordered with these 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spell out Christmas and see how long it is. I'm going to see if that works. If it works, then I think that that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to grab my tweezers because it's just going to be way easier for me. And I really want this to be like at the top here, but in order for me to lay it down straight so I can see, I think I'm going to turn this around the way I'm doing right here. So let's see. I think I'm going to put it kind of in the center of the sticky paper. Ooh, but then what if it doesn't fit? So I am like notorious for not giving myself enough room. So let's give myself enough room and let's move it all the way to the edge. I'm so sorry. There's probably some noise that you're getting from the background. I live kind of near a busy street, and I'm also in the line of the airport because I'm near O'Hare Airport. So lots of times you will hear things like planes and cars going by, and that would be why. All right, so let's just go ahead. I really love these. It's so pretty. Now there's different fonts on here, and I feel like I'm laying that crooked. And I also feel like it's not gonna fit, but let's just keep going. Where is my art? Probably on the sheet. So I generally like to be done with my Christmas shopping before Thanksgiving. I actually did buy something today, so I'm proud of myself, because it's always my goal, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. And I do like to really get like Christmas list ideas from my family, because I don't know, we're kind of picky. We're like all really picky. So having a Christmas list from my family really helps immensely. See if I can get this all to fit in here, because I really do think I like the way it looks, although that's a little crooked. Let's see. Maybe that's better. I only have one little guy to buy for, which is my nephew, because there are no kids in my family other than him. So he is like the center of attention when it comes to Christmas. Oh my gosh, that S is really big and this T is little, like way too little. What is that? Why is that? That looks so weird. I'm gonna have to use this S at some point because I have no choice, but I think I'm gonna use a smaller S next to it. And that might be a little bit, look a little bit better. I'm just kind of like laying these kind of lightly on there because I don't want them to stick too much if I need to reposition them, as you see that I've had to do a few times. So, oh my gosh, I have a feeling this is gonna be too long. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, I might be able to fit it in. I don't know, this M is pretty big though. Look how big that M is, oh my goodness. Oops, I need an A. So I need an A. All right. I have a feeling I'm crooked here. I'm going a little crooked. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. I feel like this is really crooked. I'm so bad with laying down letters. It's just like, I always end up going a little bit crooked. I love using them, but it's like this love-hate relationship that I have with these letters because they're usually not going down straight. They usually have to be repositioned at some point, and ugh, so annoying. And I really kind of like want to keep this cover, so it's not just gonna be, you know, for this year. Let's see. All right, well, it's definitely a little bit on the crooked side, I think, but I don't know if it's going to really matter that much. All right, now I'm gonna pull in this little washi strip because I really like this. Oh, let me make sure that this is gonna fit. Oh my gosh, it's gonna fit. Okay, so I'm excited about that. Now let's pull in this little washi sheet because I think that this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, watch the reds not match. Nope, they do match, good. Because that would really bother me. And what is going on here? When you pull up a sticker and it's not like perforated all the way, that is a little annoying. But that wasn't the case. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this down. I had thought about laying this down first so that way I like kind of had a line to go by, but if it wasn't gonna fit, I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's really cute. It looks still, it just looks a little like there's a few letters here that are a little off. And now, is that all I want on here, or do I really like this little sticker? Because I could add this on here. No, I think it'll look strange because this doesn't have any foil on it. So I am gonna go just with this Christmas sticker, or the sticker that just says Christmas. I think that that is good enough. I think that's pretty, it's simple, it's just perfect. All right, so now I want to trim this down because I only want, obviously, that strip there. Trim that, and I also want to have like more of a crisp corner edges as opposed to rounded edges. I know that this is like a little crooked. I could tell it's crooked because it's in here. It's not crooked, but okay. So I think that that is really cute, but I see that this doesn't go all the way to the edge. So let me just trim that little piece off of here. Just so it matches with the other side there. There we go. All right, so let's get this onto here. Now, when you do something like this, it's kind of like, do you really want it to be completely centered? Because things are going to be punched. So I'm going to refer back to my template here that I have, and you can kind of see how things are centered, but they're just brought over a little bit. They're not exactly centered on the page by itself, because once this is laminated and punched, you kind of want it to be like in the center, excluding the edge here, you know, the punched edge. So I'm thinking probably like right about here will probably be good, and that will compensate. And I don't know, do I want it right in the middle? I think I kind of like it like right here. I think that's kind of a good spot. So now I have to take the backing off of this, and these have like splits on the side, so that kind of is nice. Where did I decide? I think I'm good. I don't need to turn it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to take the other half of that off. And there we go. Just something cute, so that way it's labeled, and I just like it. It's simple, and I think that that's really cute. Now the next step is to laminate these. So the laminating sheets that I have are these right here by Scotch thermal laminating pouches, and this is the 5 mil. So it is definitely a thicker pouch, and I have the 2 sheets here. All right, so I'm gonna open this pouch up here, and then I'm going to open this up as far as I can. And I'm going to bring this in here, and I'm just really gonna kind of like make sure that it's pushed in there as far as it can go. And then I want to line it up, so I only have to cut like this top and then this one side. The bottom will already be sealed, and you have to give yourself a little bit of room there because the laminate needs to seal, of course. So let me grab my little blueprint that I have, which is this other cover, and let's see how it is lined up. And it is looking pretty good. And I am going to be laminating that. And then the other thing I want to do is the back. So this is going to be another pouch here. These sheets are ready to be laminated, which I am going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then I'll be back with the laminated sheets, and then I'll show you the next step from there. All right, so here I am, I'm back. My pages are laminated, and I know that you've got a lot of glare, so I apologize for that. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that, just because, of course, it's laminated in the plastic. But the reason why I lined it up the way I did like that is it just kind of helps remind me, you know, which way to punch them, because, and, you know, I want to make sure that I punch them the correct way. So just kind of like, you know, my thing. Now, I need to cut these down, which I'm gonna do that again with my Fiskars paper cutter. And I'm gonna cut one at a time this time. I'm not gonna double it up because I think that that would be a little bit too much and things might just cut crooked. So now I'm gonna refer back to my little blueprint here, and I'm going to line things up. And again, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. That's just kind of what I really do. You know, if you want to bust out the ruler, you know, there are lines on here that you can do. Whatever you prefer. This is just kind of my thing. Usually just eyeball it. And then just kind of measure it with that. All right, so now I'm gonna remove that, take a look at it and make sure that there's gonna be like enough overlap. Make sure it's even. I think we're gonna be good. And that's that. So now that edge is created, and now I need to do the top, which, you know, sometimes I just, again, eyeball it without the blueprint, but I'm gonna pull in the blueprint and show you how I do it. All right, so that looks lined up pretty good. However, that looks like a lot of overlap. So let me see what is happening here. Well, I think because at the bottom, it's a little bit shallower than at the top. So I don't necessarily want it to be so much overlap at the top because it's going to be really obvious. So I think I'm just going to kind of eyeball it a little here and go for it. All right, oh my gosh, look how cute that is. All right, so now I need to do the other side. And then what I usually do with that is I'll take the one that I just cut. So then that way they match up a little bit better. It's always better to, if you're not sure, give yourself a little bit more room to work with, because you can always trim it down if you feel like it's sticking out a little bit too much. Like this might be sticking out a little bit too much. Let's see here. Yeah, that actually is. So let me, before I move on to that one, let's just trim it down just a hair. And I think that'll be better because you want to have enough where it's overlapped so it seals. And all right, so I think we're good. I'm just going to use this one as kind of a guide for the back cover. All right. Okay. So sometimes it's hard to see because it's clear, of course, so it is a little deceiving. And then here, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it to give it enough overlay so it seals up. I think I'm good there. Okay, let's see where I'm at. Oh my gosh, yay, looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna get rid of my paper cutter. Now, these have got some pointy edges, which are very annoying. Now, I don't have a punch to get rid of like the point, like to have like that nice curved edge. So I just use my scissors, and you can just use your scissors. I mean, it's a nice little tool to have, but I don't have it. So now this edge already has that nice little cut because that was the edge of the laminate. So that's another nice reason to line it up. But I just kind of go around and just kind of like snip off and create kind of like my own little curve just to take the pointy part of it off, because that is like kind of an ouchie. And you don't want to get too crazy, but just a little bit. Believe me, I've done it where I've like taken off too much of it and I'm like, no. I don't know why there's so much noise in the back. I don't even know if you hear it. You may not even hear it. So I'm just commenting on it. If you do hear it, I apologize. All right, so there's the edges. And I'm gonna do the same thing on here. I mean, the little punch thing is nice, I will admit, but you know, you can always just do it by hand. All right, now comes the fun part, and I'm using some sarcasm because now comes punching these, and that is not fun, because the Happy Planner hole punch is the one that I prefer because I like the way the punches look because they're nice and deep. And that is the thing with the Happy Planner punch that I love the most. However, it's really, really hard to get this thickness through there, but I'm gonna go for it because I want my punches to be deep. I have made covers in the past using the another puncher, and they're more shallow, and I did not like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch this, but before I do, I'm gonna pull out the puncher so you can see which one I am using. All right, so this is the hole punch that I have. I have the pink one, and when I first bought this, the reason I got it is because I wanted my hole punch to be this color. I liked this color versus the other color that I saw, which was a blue one. Now, at the time, I didn't realize that they were two different punches. So the pink one will punch a big Happy Planner, classic Happy Planner, and then of course the mini. The blue one will only punch a classic and a mini. So if you wanted to punch something in a big, you would not be able to do that with the blue one. Now, since they came out with these punches, they have come out with, I think, 2 additional colors. There is a black one, I believe, and there's a white one. Now, one of them is from Plan a Happy Life collection that Stephanie Fleming had put out when she released her book earlier this year. And then I think that there's another one beside that. I think there's a black one out there. I'm not really sure. But since this is designed to cut up to the big size, it has 11 holes in here. When you punch the classic size, you kind of have to be careful because the end punches kind of get in the way, all right? And let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's my classic cover, and what you would do is you would line it and put it right in here, right, to match up with the classic size. But by putting it in here, it kind of overlaps into the other punches here, right? So you really have to be careful. But I discovered, I don't remember where I discovered it. It might have been from Kita, from At Home with Kita. And if you unscrew these, you can unscrew these. Oh my gosh, genius. You can unscrew these and move them. All right. So now you can just move them right out of the way, and they're not going to interfere with when you punch. I was so excited when I saw this tip. I was like, what? This is actually the first time I'm trying it. But it's going to be so helpful. Oh, I probably should have unscrewed that a little bit more with the screwdriver, but, oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna, oops, they pop actually right out, as you can see, and you just put it back, but it goes back together like that. So no harm done there. And now I've got room. Oops, I just moved. As I was moving it, it came apart, but that's fine. So let's just move that out of the way. So now I have got those 2 punches out of the way when I go ahead to punch this. First thing I want to do is line this up, and it does have this nice little arrow here, so you can find the center before like putting it in here, and then these little markings. So as long as you kind of like center it out, measure it out, you know, and push that in and really like make sure it's pushed all the way in. If you don't make sure it's pushed all the way in, I guarantee you, you are not going to be happy because your punches are gonna not be correct. So make sure it's pushed all the way in. And with this, I have to use a little muscle, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to film that because I really kind of need to get on top of it in order to really apply like all of my muscle on it. But let's hope for the best. that this comes out. And I'm going to probably have to move it to a different table because I don't feel comfortable putting that much pressure on this table. So I'm gonna punch this and then I'll be back. All right, so I had success. I'm really happy. It definitely took some muscle to get through it, but it happened and I'm really excited about it. Now I need to do the back cover, and you want to just remember when you're doing the back cover that it's gonna be the back side. So now you're gonna punch on this side versus on the front, you would punch on this side. All right, I'm gonna go and do my back cover and I will be right back. Oh my gosh, so I had success and I'm really excited about that. So it looks great. And I think the main reason why it wasn't so hard for me this time is because I picked paper that was double-sided, so it was already had the print. When you have to add that like extra piece of paper in there, then it's really, really thick and really, really hard to get through. But I am really happy with the outcome of this. It's so super cute. And then the one other thing I wanted to tell you about the punch is that whenever you do punch, it does have this little like rubbery piece here that comes off, and you want to clear that out. So before I use my punch, I always clear it out and make sure that nothing is blocking the punches, so that way you get a nice clean punch. All right, let's put this together. All right, so I have all of the pieces that I need. I have everything that's going to go inside the planner, which of course is the Happy Planner extension pack for Christmas, and my covers that I just made. All right, now comes the decision of what discs do I want to use. Do I want to use these little plastic with the clear and the gold glitter in there, which are really, really pretty, or the metal gold discs? I have to say I love metal discs. I am going to be using these. I think they're so super cute. I mean, these are really pretty too. I wish I had red discs, but I do not, so I am going to be using these. All right, so now what I like to do is I will actually put the back cover and the front cover together, and then just put the discs in first, that way. And then I will go ahead and put the rest of my contents into the planner. So I am pretty excited about how this is turning out. I'm gonna have like a cover that I can use like every year and just kind of like replace whatever I put on the inside. Okay, so now that is all like on there. Now I have to put everything inside. Now, I don't like to do a lot at a time. These, I could probably do just like one section at a time. It's kind of like the perfect quantity to grab and put in your, onto the discs. You don't wanna do a lot because then the pages can get like bent up. I get kind of a little overzealous and I just want to get it all like put together, but it's just better if you take your time as opposed to just kind of rushing through and like grabbing more than you can really kind of handle putting through at the same time, so it doesn't get all like messed up. But look at how cute. I'm so excited, and I use the mini discs because the mini discs are like the perfect size to put in here, and it just looks really, really pretty. I love how this is all red here, and it just goes together really, really nicely. And then, yeah, in the back as well. All right, so now I have these stickers here, which I know if I just don't put them in the book right now, I am going to end up putting them aside and forgetting about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a red piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut that down, and I'm just going to adhere the stickers on to the cardstock, punch it, and then put it right into the planner. Okay, so now I have a sticker sheet that I can just pop right in to the back of my planner here. And I think I'm okay. Is it hanging over? Nope, it's not hanging over. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So now I've got it set up for Christmas. I can fill it all in. I've got some extra stickers that came with the expansion pack at the back here. Okay, so I really like the way that this is so far. It's so cute. And then you can add like a little accessories. In here, I have this little plastic adhesive pouch, and I thought that this was really cute. So I'm going to actually add that like right in here in the corner. And these are really handy because then you can use them to keep receipts in here. That way you've got everything together. But I am putting this on here, and then I cut out some of this paper that I had in that paper pack that I bought, and look at how cute these little cards are. So I just like cut this one out. I thought this was really cute. Dear Santa, I've been good all year. And I thought that that was really cute, and you just kind of put that right in there and add just kind of like a cute little accent. You know, whatever one, you know, you want to use, you can do that. I just thought that that was really cute. This is cute too. That probably matches a little bit better with like the whole color combination there. And yeah, so you just kind of mix them out. And I think that that is really, really pretty. This one's really pretty too. So I don't know, I've got some options here. And I like this little mouse too. Aw. So there's some really, really cute options you can do. And I just used one of those little pouches. It's an adhesive pouch, and that works great. And then Happy Planner also has these envelopes, and I just happened to grab this one. I thought this one matched the best with this particular planner. And I'm gonna go into my cards and gifts. And I think I'm gonna kind of just put this at the very back. So that way I have somewhere to keep all of the receipts and gift receipts and all of that all in one place for everybody's gifts. All right, so that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this. I really had a lot of fun creating this with you, and I hope that you got some ideas for yourself. I mean, you can definitely just get the extension pack and just put it right into your existing planner, but I kind of wanted to have a little holiday planner just set aside for myself, and you can reuse this. You know, you can reuse this every single year. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up if you did. And I am on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on Instagram at It's a Wonderful Plan. You will see things there you don't always see here on my YouTube. Be sure to be subscribed to my YouTube, hit that notification bell, and that way you won't miss any of my content. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.